Hi,
Hi, and
welcome
welcome
to
to
episode
episode 236
236
of
of
your
your favorite
favorite
daily
daily
podcast,
podcast,
A
A
Couple
Couple
of
of
Things,
Things,
a
a
podcast
podcast
about
about
things.
things.
Today, I'm having a conversation with the guy that I live with. I don't know what he's going to ask me or what we're going to talk about exactly, but let's see. Over to you.
Hi, good evening. Roommate, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, what are we supposed to talk about? How have you been?
You're supposed to ask me questions.
How are you?
I'm tired today, like you already know. I was in Rotterdam the whole day. So yesterday, for the benefit of you people that don't know, yesterday I went to Rotterdam for Maverick City and Kirk Franklin Kingdom tour, and it was amazing. I had an amazing time. And then I didn't just decide yesterday, but I already decided when I knew I was going to Rotterdam to do a day trip in Rotterdam. So I slept over in Rotterdam and did a day trip today. It was very interesting. I walked around for like almost 6 hours, exploring the city. Went to like two museums. Shout out to the museum card, and saw the sights. Ate a lot of food. A great day in general. So, but I'm very exhausted right now because I walked like 30,000 steps today.
Okay, I was about to ask if you crossed 20,000 steps. If not, it would be waste of walkabout. But yes,
Yeah, I
glad you.
did like almost 30k steps today.
Okay, since we've gotten that out of the way, I was about to ask what's on your mind. So, do I still need to ask what's on your mind?
Was on my mind. Okay, so some things that crossed my mind today based on my walking around the whole, well, not the whole of Rotterdam, but like walking around Rotterdam today, sha, was firstly. So what I did was a walking tour. I found this on the NS website. NS is the train service. Um, on their website they have like for many cities in the Netherlands they have like a day out type thing. If you want to do a day out in the city, these are kind of things you do. And so they link to this walking tour where it guides you through like artworks in Rotterdam. And luckily for me, I found one that started in the area where the hotel I was staying in is and ends at Rotterdam Central. So that was my plan, to walk from my hotel basically to Rotterdam Central through the guided art exhibition. It's not really an exhibition, it's just like artwork across the city, and then it maps out a route and talks about the artwork, like each piece of art, whether it's a sculpture, painting, whatever. So that's the first thing that I wanted to, that crossed my mind today, was like about how can you see how organized cities behave. Like there is on the website of the train transport system, whatever thing, like for almost every city that you want to go to in the Netherlands, there is an itinerary already planned for you. Like if you want to do a day out, if you want to do art stuff, if you want to do history stuff, they've given you, this is the place you should go, this is what you should do. That's the first thing. The second thing was that I never knew, like, I mean, like, a part of me knew that, some of these sculptures and things that you just see when you're in your car or in the tram, they are like actual pieces of art that people were commissioned to do. And so it was very interesting to see the stories behind some of those things. I didn't stop at every one, like even on the routes I was following, because some of them were like too inside. Or when I looked at the picture, I was like, I wasn't really interested in seeing it in person. Like seeing it in the picture was fine. But it was very cool to see that like these things are not just people just randomly put things in places. There's like actual thought to the pieces and the meanings and what they intend to evoke, and seeing them like close, because when you're driving or just walking around the city, maybe from one tram stop to your destination or whatever, you may not really be paying attention to them. So it was really cool to see. And there was a particular one that was in a very weird corner. I actually walked around for a really long time trying to find it, and it was literally like in the corner of some people's house, like not inside their house, but like in like there were houses there, Sha, and it was just this sculpture of a woman crying, and was commemorating like people who were not just killed during the war, but for a specific reason. And it was just in a random spot. So it was just interesting to see how like there was just art everywhere around that you may not even be paying attention to. So that was another thing that crossed my mind today in my walkabout. Then also, I mentioned the museum card, and again, culture, advanced society. So the museum card is a, I think, 60 euro card that you pay for a year, and you can go to many museums for free. Basically, you pay €1 to access those museums. And I went to 2 museums today, and I didn't pay anything because I have a museum card, and it was just like wow. Then, when I was in one of the museums I went to was the World Museum in Rotterdam, and there was an exhibition there on photographs from across Africa. And I was so pleased, you guys, because of course Nigerians were represented. I was so happy. Like, I don't know why, I was just so happy. And literally, as I entered inside, the first picture that you see, and apparently today was the last day of the exhibition, because when I got there, the lady at the counter was like, oh, there's this exhibition on the second floor, today's the last day, so I will recommend you start from there or something. But I didn't start from there. I went to the third floor first because it's 3 floors. So I went to the third floor and walked my way downstairs. But anyway, the first picture that when you enter, is the picture of an Oba from the southwest region of Nigeria. I can't remember which one of them. And it was so nice. And then as you go inside, you see more of traditional royals from other parts of Nigeria. The Olo of Warri was also pictured. It was just very beautiful to be like, it was like, imagine being introduced to Nigeria and the first thing you're seeing is royalty. It's like, it was just a beautiful thing to see. And then there were other pieces of art from other parts of Africa, was also beautiful. And it was really nice to see pictures of Nigeria and African countries that was not about poverty and squalor, which is not to say, I mean, like, it exists, but it was nice that I was seeing something about Nigeria in Europe that was not focusing on the things that you usually see. Do you get? Yeah, so those were this is a long list of some of the things that we were right today.
Nice. So did you take pictures?
I took lots of pictures. I'm going to do a reel of at this point it's not even a reel again, but it's a whole video of my day, because I took lots of pictures and videos of a lot of things that I saw.
You know what would be nice? Maybe at the end of this episode, the show banner is now one of the pictures from your day becomes the banner for this particular episode.
I have to search for a picture. I don't have strength.
So this walking tour you took, which is funny, where you stopped, like, was there a tour guide?
No, there wasn't a tour guide. So it was a link, and then when you open the link, there's like, they've already mapped it out in the app.
So it's like a digital walking tour.
Yeah, so you give them, the website asks, they ask for access to your location so that they can show you where you are with respect to the map. So on the map, they've numbered all the pieces of art, like all the artwork, sculptures, everything, paintings, blah blah, and like 1 to like 32. I didn't get to the end. I stopped at 12 because as I was walking, I saw that the one of the museums I wanted to go to, the World Museum, was very close to where I was. So I was like, okay, I will just go to the museum and then continue my tour. But then when I got into the museum and I was coming out, I saw that the other museum I wanted to go to was also like a 10-minute walk from where I was. So I went there instead, and I was like, when I finish there, I will continue my tour. And then when I was leaving that museum, I was hungry, and then I had just seen an ad on Instagram for this restaurant, and I checked where it was. Surprise, surprise, it was a 10-minute walk from the second museum. So I just walked there again, and that's how I did not go back to the tour, because then I had to go and do other things, and then I had to go and meet my friend in Amsterdam afterwards. But yeah, it was just on my phone. I didn't even have to download an app. It was just there, and I would go around, and even in the thing, it will also tell you like where to go, how to turn, and whatever to get to the next piece of art. And another thing I found very interesting on this particular art tour, that there were also lots of other pieces of art that were not like mapped on it. Maybe they were newer or they were just not part of this tour, but on that walk I saw lots of beautiful like murals, paintings. It was really nice, and it was a really nice way to like see a city. I found that very interesting. I think next time I'll try and do a cycling tour, because man, I was really exhausted at the end, and I didn't even finish it. It was supposed to be a 65 or 70 minute walk, 5 kilometers or thereabouts for the whole thing.
Nice.
But it definitely, by the time I was reaching point 12, I already spent like an hour. But to be fair, I was walking really slowly, and I was really like pausing to look at the art, like in the places where I paused. So yeah.
Is this your first ever walking tour?
Actually, now that I think about it, maybe probably I don't remember doing, because most times when I travel to places, when I go to places, I go with people, and it can be tough to convince people to do a long walking tour. But that's also something that crossed my mind today. Like usually, I'm not really a solo trip kind of person. I like to travel with people. Although I don't count this wasn't really travel because we're still in the Netherlands. It was just like I don't know travel anyway. Um, Usually I travel with people, but this time I was able to like just go. Like I left the hotel when I was ready to leave the hotel. I decided to walk because I wanted to walk. I took my time when I wanted to take my time. Like there was nobody rushing me along or saying, I'm tired, let's go, all those kinds of things. And I was able to, in the middle of my walk, just decide to go somewhere else instead of following the map again, like go and do something else. So I really like that experience. Like, but even if I was on a group trip, I would have still done it. But then there would have been more like drama about it, you get. Like, it would have been like, somebody would be like complaining, and I'd be like, go and do what you want, let me do what I want. But I didn't even have to, there was no conversation to be had. I was just doing my thing. So that was nice.
Maybe this is going to be an episode later about why there's always drama on group trips.
Oh yeah, I have theories, but I've never actually, like me personally,
Okay,
trips
now
that
you
I
have theories,
planned.
we're not sharing them on the podcast.
No. But I just want to say that for the trips that I have planned that were group trips, there has never been drama, ever.
Okay. Is there any other city you'd love to do a walking tour in now?
I don't know that I would love to do a walking tour somewhere else. It just depends on what is available and what this is like. So for me, with this trip as well, I didn't actually plan it for today's waka. I just woke up in the morning, and then that's when I opened the website, like, okay, what can I do today? And then I saw that walking tour thing, and like I said, it started at the stop of the hotel I was in, so I would have gone to that train station anyways, to the metro station anyway, so it was like just in my way. So I was just like really just going with vibe.
Okay. Well done and welcome. And thank you for being a guest on your podcast.
Thank you all for listening. Bye. There's still over 100 episodes to go. I still need questions. I still need suggestions of who to talk to. I still need people who want to come on to talk about something to fill the form. So please do that. Thank you very much. And yeah, do like, share, subscribe if you found it interesting, insightful, and all the nice things. Bye.